Hey everybody, how's it? Don't worry, I am not turning this into a reaction channel. Trust me, I've got enough of those. However, I came across this. I want to play this to you first of a little bit of what George Carlin had said during a Charlie Rose interview that was like a penny drop moment for me, and I wish I knew how I would have been able to say something like this back in the days when my friends would ask me why, as fun as I am as a person, I'm very much withdrawn socially. Check this out.
Not caring about the outcome. What do you mean by that?
Not having an emotional stake in whether this experiment with human beings works. I really don't care. I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole universe in their eyes if you look carefully. But as soon as they begin to group, as soon as they begin to clot, when there are 5 of them or 10, or even groups as small as 2, they begin to change. They sacrifice the beauty of the individual for the sake of the group. I decided it was all under the control of groups now, whether it's business, religion, political people, or what, and I would distance myself from wishing for a good outcome. Let it do what it's going to do, and I'll enjoy it as an entertainment.
And I'll reflect on what it is on its own.
And I'll enjoy it for the entertainment. There's a little bit of a sick part in this, too. Yeah. I root for the big comet. I root for the big asteroid to come and make things right.
I want to know what you guys think about this, but what he said. But for me, it is the most perfect way for me to describe how it is that I feel and have felt pretty much my whole life. And even why I work with kids is because with kids, and they don't necessarily have to be in hospitals, or if I'm teaching them ukulele lessons, or I've got 8 grandkids and I show them new fun things, you just know the universe. You see the universe in their eyes, the world of wonder in their eyes. They haven't been saddled with the heaviness, especially at the intensity we do with communication, social media, as current times. And for me, I used to kind of make a joke about, to my friends, ever since I was like in my teen pretty much, I'll never be able to make it in the ant farm. That's what I used to call it. You know, I would just look at it, there's just an anxiety about that I just know I will never be able to function in. But kind of like that doomer, bloomer, and then glower video I did on the other channel, I also had made a decision early in my life that I knew I probably wasn't going to have my own family, buy a house, buy a car, you know, get a job that would last 40 years. Remember, I'm coming from the 60s, 70s young person. This is how you do it. You go to school, you go to this, you know, and then 40 years later you retire and all that. And I just knew I wasn't going to be that person. So I did venture out. It's a lot like, funny enough, like that movie from Disney about the ants or something like that. And there's a lot of risks to it. But that's how I kind of feel, and I've always felt that way. I've met so many incredible people, and face to face, when you have that connectivity with an individual, authentic connectivity with an individual, when you're having a conversation, or you're saying thank you to the person who just gave you your food across the drive-through, you know, window, or in the coffee shop, or just a genuine, you know, mahalo, you know, you can see the lights come on, and it's like a moment of like, oh, human being, humans. We're just not passing objects, just trying to get ahead in life and stuff and lumping through. But for me, it was just a really powerful little bit of information I came across, and I wasn't looking for it or anything. It's just the wonders of the browser. But you know, to this day, I very much feel exactly the way he just expressed it. So, what did you think about that? For me, it wasn't a unsettling, like I have succumbed to this thought process and this word. I find it very enlightening that awareness, what he said, kind of commiserated or kind of made me feel comfortable. It goes, oh, well, I feel that too. And that's sometimes what comedians do, right? You know, and I love comedians to do that kind of stuff too. Do you guys remember Gallagher from way back in the day? He used to smash the watermelons, you know, and I loved his humor. Was like, why do they call them apartments if they're right next to each other? Or why do you park on a driveway or drive on a parkway, you know, or just all that kind of fun stuff. Anyhow, I rant because I can, because I did. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a killer day. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Take care. See ya.